Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today I'll be sharing my life story on how I lost my job because I am too sexy. In quotes. It's not funny. It's actually a true life event, actually an ongoing event. We are still in court, we are still in the process. So it's facts. Okay, little backstory. I schooled the University of Benin, a federal university, and I studied law. After that, I proceeded to the Nigeria Law School, Lagos campus, and I was posted to Abuja for my youth service. So I served them. Actually served in a law firm. I served in a law firm for a year. So after a year, I left and I decided to go into corporate practice. What most young lawyers will do because they want to get the money. They want to get the money. So, and you get the money from corporate practice. So getting money as a new wig, you can't easily get it from litigation because it's just your appearance fee and all that. But if as a young lawyer you want to make money, you have to go into corporate practice. And that's how I got this job with a real estate firm here in Abuja. I applied. I was called for an interview. I went for the interview and I was before five panelists. They were asking me different questions ranging from real estate in Nigeria. What will you do if you are forcefully chased out of your property? What is a tenancy agreement? Like everything properties. So I did the interview and it went well because obviously I know my owners. I had a good lecturer, a good property lecturer, and I was called the next day for an interview which I went for. If you know Abuja, in central area, and I stay far from central area, so only the transportation from that. Okay, Trinity, hello, hello, good evening. Good evening, Samuel, good evening, good evening. Victoria, I don't understand your language. Can it be translated to English? Good evening. Thank you for joining my live today. I'm also sharing my life story. I'm also sharing my life story, like an ongoing event. How I lost my job because my boss's fight felt I was too sexy. So I started the story. I started from my school way down to how I got to Abuja and started working in a corporate firm. So after the second interview, I didn't hear from them. So I continued working in the law firm. Samuel, good evening. Good evening. Thank you everybody for joining. Please endeavor to like and double tap your screen so that YouTube can recommend this to more people. Double tap your screen, please. Help me. Help this channel to grow. Please, please, please. So that's why I went for second interview. And after the second interview, I didn't hear from them. So I just assumed, oh, maybe I wasn't the ideal candidate, even though I knew I did well. I performed well during the interview. I went back home and I went back to litigation. I started going to court. My boss even liked me because obviously I'm a new wig ready to learn. I was drafting JVA, we were representing clients in court, and everything was going well. Then after some months, I now got the call from this real estate firm, and the pay, everything was good. I was like, wow, this is good. I'm going to quit my current job to go to corporate practice because as I said earlier, corporate practice is where you get the money. Corporate practice is where you get the money. Working in a real estate firm as a lawyer, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So I went ahead. I told my boss I was going to quit. It was so sad. It was so sad. It was like, I'm treating you well. Why do you want to quit? I told him I got an offer that I've been expecting. He now prayed for me. I was like, okay, I should go ahead. I resumed there. Everything was fine. I was the only legal practitioner in the real estate firm. They had marketers that go out to sort for clients to buy properties, and I was in charge of the drafting of the deed of assignment, the JVA, and all that. So everything was going on well. If you know how real estate firm works, the lawyer doesn't go out, it's marketers. And it's not an office thing. It's not an office thing. It's you going out to source for clients, and when they come, you will not do your job. So I was not going out, I was always in the office. Wow, it's about to rain. It's about to rain. It's about to rain. Let's go on before they take my light and here will become dark. So after some time, I discovered my boss. The truth is, my boss does not come to the office because of the nature of what we do. It's always on site, getting owners of properties, that land owners of properties that I can go into JVA with. If you don't know what JVA is joint venture property agreement. Yeah, if you have a property and you don't have the money to develop it, a real estate developer, you guys will come into agreement, and you have an agreement that, okay, this is your property or this is your land, I'm going to develop it. Once I develop it, we'll sell it. It will be ratio, it's usually like 70-30, 70% going to the developer and 30% going to the landowner. So that's what a JVA is. So my boss now went into JVA with people, and he was developing properties and selling. He doesn't sell land, he sells just properties. And after he sells it, or once he gets owner that are willing to do that, he comes to me as a lawyer. I will advise him. I'll prepare the JVA for him, and that's it. So that's how it continued until one day I was not in the office and I heard my boss's wife came. Why did she come? That she came and she was looking for barrister. That's me. That she heard I am too sexy and I am having an affair with her husband. And I was like, me have an affair with your Igbo husband? What will he do for me? I'm just here to do my job, get paid, and move on with my life. What am I doing with your husband? Like, this is somebody that is married to a toxic wife and they have a child together. I can never be so desperate that I'll go after a married man. So she came the first time, she created a scene, she was shouting, she told the cleaner and the security that anytime barrister comes back to the office, that she inform her that she's going to come back and deal with me for sleeping with her husband. So immediately I went back to the office and I called my boss. I was like, please, so this is what I'm hearing. Why is your husband, or why is your wife, sorry, accusing me of something like that? I was like, I should avoid it. She's just being paranoid. Meanwhile, this woman is short. Okay, I can't call her ugly because I didn't create her, but she's short. And you know how some short people can be insecure. She's always on full makeup. Even yesterday when we were in court, she's always, you can never see her on a natural skin. The way you are seeing my natural skin, like no makeup anywhere, you can't see the woman without makeup. So when she came harassing me and shouting, I was like, madam, I don't have anything to do with your husband though. In his presence, I was like, if I want to have anything to do with anybody in the whole of Nigeria, it's certainly not your husband, for crying out loud. What will be my gain? That I'm working for somebody and I'm having an affair with the person. At what stage will I stop if I say I want to start having an affair with him? But obviously, she was not buying it. It happened the first time. It happened the second time. And the third time it happened, we went for a meeting and she just came and started screaming. Oh my God. This woman was screaming. She was screaming at the top of her voice the moment she saw me. She was shouting, oh, she has told me before I should stop sleeping with her husband. That I'm still sleeping with her husband. I was like, ma, there's nothing like that. So she now became aggressive. She started throwing out things. She was just shouting all over the place. At the point, she started insulting her husband. All the people in the complex, in the building, started insulting everybody and was shouting that, oh, that she made me, that me, I'm envious of her life, and that's why I want to sleep with her husband and take her position. So, hello. So that's why she just started shouting that, oh, me, I'm envious of her. I love the life she has, and I'm trying to get that for myself, and that's why I am having an affair with her husband. And I'm like, it's not even possible. Like, it's not possible. The husband is not somebody I can go out with. Before you know, she's scattered everywhere, everybody, like, and it happened on a Monday morning. Just imagine a Monday morning, somebody creating that scene at that time. So if we call for like attention from people, other people started coming and they were saying, oh, me, I should just leave the scene, I should just avoid her, I shouldn't see anything. But like, if I don't see anything, people will actually think that what she's saying is right. And me, being the type of person I am and trying to build my legacy, I don't want to be known for something like that, especially when it's not something I can ever think of doing. So that's how I now went ahead and said I'm going to sue, because she knows I'm the legal officer of the company, and you coming to embarrass me for something like that is not something I'm going to take. And that's how I now sued her to court. And the matter, no, before it started, I sent her a demand letter asking her to apologize for accusing me wrongfully and defaming my person, my character. Because it's one thing for somebody to say something, and it's another thing for it to be slander. You guys should come online. You need to hear this. Come online, come online, come online. Ooh. It's one thing for you to be accusing somebody, and it's another thing for it to be slander. So like, since it's slander, she has to apologize. We sent the first demand letter. She ignored it. Instead, she told her husband, that is my boss, to threaten me, that she back down. I was like, this is not an issue of backing down. For you to accuse somebody and unjustly, you have to come to court and prove it. My boss was like, oh, I'm taking it too serious, it's not supposed to be that deep. I was like, sir, I am a Christian. it's a big deal to me. It's always a big deal. It's always a big deal. Like for somebody to defame you, and in that light, you can't just let it go. So she, the second one, instead of her to apologize, she still went ahead trying to threaten me, and that's when I now sued her. Now I will not go to the whole issue now that is in court until I giving judgment. That's when I'll come and conclude this part. But what is the whole story about? Once you see a young girl and you feel she's too sexy, in quotes, because you don't have that attribute, it doesn't mean you should be defaming her, because not everybody is okay. It's not a big deal, you just ignore. Some people take things like this serious, and if you're a young lady listening to this, don't allow anybody to talk down on you for what you know categorically you are not doing. It's a different ball game if I was accused of sleeping with him when I was actually doing that. I will not even be offended. Why should I be? But knowing fully well it's something I can never do, as it's against my principle as a person, as a Christian, as a legal practitioner, I had to take her to court. So, and the matter has been on for since last year. We all know the judicial system, especially in Nigeria, where it can go on and on and on. But I am not backing down. I am not backing down. We are going to see this to the end. We are seeing this to the end. So, as a young girl watching me, either you are watching me now or you are going to watch me later, do not allow anybody to defame your character. Do not allow it. Like, not even as a joke, especially if it's not your thing. Don't allow, oh my god, they just took my light. Do defaming your character. As a guy, for you to defame somebody's character, you will just see guys, because